Greetings, heroes. How you doing? Welcome back to the fourth installment of our ongoing series, making the chat-inspired song, starting off with the word Kirby. So let's jump into it. Flip it. Wait. Flip it. Yes. And yes. Slowly but surely. Getting better. Alright, boys and girls. We need to work on this. And we need to finish this song. There we go. Cool. Alright. Well, hello. Welcome. I got the chat box up, so if anyone says anything, says hello, I can respond as fast as I can. Okay. Having looked at the last stream, we made some decisions. We are going to remove this first section, so it doesn't need to be 16 bars. Thank you for the like. Please remember to like and subscribe if you're interested in more content. I appreciate it. We're going to bring this back. Boom, we've made that decision. This is a 16-bar sentence with two main components. And I think what we could do, like 8-bit play, we kind of do a back and forth between two chord progressions with different lead stories going on. And so in other words, we could actually repeat this section as well past this and, you know, kind of do the same thing that we did in 8-bit play, where we had two of these sections and then two of these, and then you repeat that whole phrase again twice. That's how I usually do my songs. I'll do like, it'll go through the melodies and chord progressions, and then it hits like a big final hook. It has a breather, and it starts again, and then the second time around it has fun, more advanced iterations. So it, you know, it has more variation, you know, even though it's kind of repeating itself. Thank you. I appreciate the love. Well, there's more to come. And on that, I actually also wanted to broach the topic of, this is a Kirby song. And to be completely honest with you, I need to do the dramatic zoom in. Hold on. This, flip it. No. Which one do I press? This one? This one? Oh, I see. Okay, so this. Yes, hello. Truth be told, most of my experience with Kirby is through Smash Brothers. And I've known of the character. I've seen some of the games. I might have played a couple. But when we first started and someone threw out the, hello, Swift Sunshine, the Kirby idea, they just said, let's do Kirby. I'm doing good. Having fun. Making some music. And the truth was, I'm not that familiar with Kirby games. Then I started to listen to some of their music, and then I realized, in my first stream way back, I said, when I think Kirby, I think simple. Actually, the juxtaposition of Kirby music and simple are actually not, they are not, the juxtaposition is that Kirby's simple and cute and fun and does silly things, but the music is like orchestrated and grand. That's the whole juxtaposition of it. So, now, granted, I wanted to make it Heatley Bro-like as well, so the conclusion was we need to include some strings. Because there's lots of strings in the Kirby songs. Hello there, Poker. Yes. So that was one of the things, and I wanted to, just on this stream, have a poke around at some... Still, it's like press this button. This one? No. Okay, one day we'll get there. Then this one. Yes, okay. We're going to bring up Google. Kirby. Kirby OST. We're gonna listen to some. So epic, like we'll just have a poke around. But tell me if this sounds simple to you. Oh god, it's not gonna load now. Refresh. Play. They're just gonna give me an ad. Man, is this because I'm like live streaming? It's like freaking out on me. Oh, the frustration's there. Well, the point is that if you heard any of the music in Smash Brothers or in any Kirby game, you'll realize that it's quite orchestrated. It's quite fun and happy, but intricate. It's not simple. So let's say Kirby's music is like an outer space theme mixed like with like a World 1 theme. Yeah, kind of like that. Like an overworld theme, but the overworld is space and is World 1. Yes, I understood. I get it. And I would agree. So it has like kind of fantastical elements to it. So without further ado, I think what we will add to the song is some strings. Because I think that it just needs some strings. So we're just going to roll with it. Also, I have this kind of sub goal of that this song will be completed by session 7, if not earlier. So we're going to try to move in this session, okay? I don't know how long it'll go. Last time it went longer than I expected. Probably will do so this time. And again, we haven't bought many plugins at all we haven't bought a single one. What am I talking about? For the new Logic that I have here, Logic 10. And because of that, we're using all the stock stuff. And I think this is going to be an argument for, you don't need all the special plugins to make a decent song. A lot of the stuff I did, especially the early stuff, I didn't have any plugins, so I was just using what came out of the box. So we're going to return to that today. So let's see what strings we like. I also noticed, I don't want it to be too loud. These leads were very dominatingly loud. So we're going to just bring them all back, bring the mixer up, too loud. Something I like to do right out the gate for the sake of mixing later, and I have no idea if this is a good practice or not. I'm very self-taught, if you haven't figured that out already. I actually am gonna reset all the volumes. Can I bulk and do that? So if I go like, can I double click that and click that? No, it just kind of moves them all, doesn't it? Oh, okay. Okay. Don't press play on that. We'll do one at a time. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. We're hitting the reset button on that. And I'm going to bring it all down to like 15, negative 15. And then I'll boost this master volume for now to calibrate that. Because I like to leave a room in the mix, so that later I'm not like pressed up against the peaks, right? So that I can adjust that and use the mastering plugins or whatever they have available to boost the volume later down the road. So I give myself enough room, right? So I think that's a general mixing mastering practice, I think. See how out of whack that is now? So these are very loud. So I'm just going to pull that down even further. I'm going to give the kick a little love. And the snare. That's actually fine. That there. What is this thing? Is this the crash? We can boost that up. Cool. All right, we're in the zone. We can mess with the mix as we go. Bit late again, but happy to see y'all doing well. Thank you, Super Steve Bros. Is it Steve, I assume? Well, thank you, Steve. And sorry about it being late. This is just when the kids go to sleep and I got time, So this is when they're gonna go. I hope you're all right. But thank you for joining as long as you can. What up, Rodrigo? Holla at your boy. VYN. Ooh, I'm not up to speed on all the acronyms. Steve says, yo, I have a name proposal for this song. How about level editor? I like that a lot. You know what I was thinking? Because it's kind of light and like not too any which way. Also tutorial. Like 8-bit tutorial, but your level editor, that's kind of like right in the same realm. So we're on the same page. I like that level editor. That's cool. The level editor works. You know? Maybe level editor. Look at that. So with that in mind, with both of those kind of vibes in mind, kind of like it's a menu of sorts, or it's something you're deciding without pressure, you know. And Swift Sunshine says, I imagine the character walking in a blue purple grass and the sky is dark. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, I like it. Oh, we got more chats. Appreciate everyone saying hello. Smokeback says, hello, subbed to your channel. Oh, someone gave me a thumbs down. That's fun. Smokeback official, hello, sub to your channel. This first time catching your stream. Wow, I love 8-bit. Was even about to ask if that's what you focus on as an upcoming game developer. Yes, that is kind of where my nostalgic love for it all comes from. And I just like to make kind of poppy music with that nostalgic feel. But I also just love the music of that time. I like the storytelling of that time. All those 90s, you know, RPGs and strategy games and all of that good stuff. You know, it's wonderful. I mentioned this in another stream, or maybe multiple ones, but without the voiceover actor being involved in the game, the music was everything. The music was the entire story. And so you'd have a couple text exchanges right on screen. And but other than that, those would give you the setting, the context, and the world building would give you context. But for the most part, how you're supposed to feel about all of that was entirely the music. And, you know, sometimes in new games and new big productions, music kind of takes a back seat. You know, it's like epic, but it's kind of like war drums and all this other stuff. And it's not front and center anymore. And I miss the days when it was front and center and really leading the way. For anybody who hasn't given me a like yet, I'd appreciate one, since currently my like to dislike ratio is not very good. But anyway, all good. You know, people are who they're going to be. Anyway, so now we're going to add some strings. So we're going to add that. Let's see which strings sound good. Is this playing and just extremely low? Goodness, what happened? Oh, is this happening again? I'm just going to turn that off, turn that on. There it is. I don't know what the heck Audio Hijack's doing, but I got to remind myself to trigger it again every now and then. Every 10 minutes, so it's 10:57. Okay, this is good, but we're looking for a staccato string. Well, actually, I don't know. I'm going to take out the lead for a second. Does this need to be stacked? So what I mean by stacked is it might need to be an octave lower as well. And on this synth, if you know, the velocity actually doesn't matter on this. Accompanying it, but soft. That's cool. Okay, and then so there's strings. So we got to get some Kirby in there. We got to get some strings in there. So I don't know if we want I think we want staccato. Do we have? I'm just gonna like type staccato. There you go. Where did this come from? Bass section staccato. Where is this? Where does this exist? Oh, this is good. Where's this from? How do I find that? I say I'm not that familiar with this, but I'm glad I could just search it. This is kind of exactly where I wanted to be. So, Kirby, yes. Oh. Sushi Dev Games says, "Hi, Healy Bros. I know your channel because of your royalty-free chip-in music. Really good for video games and YouTube videos. Thank you so much." Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. That's the goal. Get the love out there. Get people using it, and you know, happy to you know, be a part of it. Be a part of the YouTube community and all the amazing creators out there. Smokebat says, "This beat sounds like a happy walking pace, cute character." Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess we got the Kirby down then. So tap 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 tap. So we don't want to do that. So we'll do something else. Maybe like the offbeat, like. Sometimes it's better to just like hum it out. So what would be happening? That's not bad. Should be longer notes, should be short notes. Let's hear the melody with it. So I'm gonna sing along to it and come up with it. I think maybe this part the strings don't yet come in. It's actually kind of like the bass might be doing what the strings could do, and the bass could be something else. Sometimes I will get. Let's just test it out. I'll mute this for a second. I will bring this up a couple octaves. So let's say I mute this. We know the chord do 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 do. So if I go a couple octaves down. Not bad. I think we're gonna go with that, actually. Something like that. Ready? Improving in 3, 2. Go get him. Probably that last bit I won't do the roll alongside. So obviously very basic there, but I'll add some funk to that as we move along. But I think it makes sense to we had actually created initially the bass line was this middle line, I think, because it's moving across a chord progression like dun dun dun. It's doing like a fifth, and so that's a good place to have your kind of mid-range background accenting instrument. And so with the bass, we can just kind of like run against the bass note, you know, right? So cute protagonist that looks like it's from another planet. There you go. Exactly. Well, I think that hits the Healy Bros on the head. So we're gonna go. See how long is that? If that note's size is good. I'm gonna even the notes out. If you hold Option and Shift and you highlight all the notes, they'll all be the same size all of a sudden, which is good for what I try to do. And then we're gonna get the velocity the same as well. Dun, dun. So I get, sometimes you can you can hear where the next note's gonna come. Dun, bum, bum, dun, dun, bum, bum. I like a little swing here. So when it goes dun, 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 or ooh, I'm definitely gonna do that on the next one. So I might just keep it. Yeah. We're just gonna do it very basic on this section, I think. And when we get to the next one, remember we were talking about repeating like two general sections twice in the same like phrase, the larger phrase? We're gonna add some funk to it, so it'll be more like dun dun. Well, hold on, like this, like dun 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 dun. I might do it now. Dun, 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 dun. Catch on the offbeat. Yeah, I think it's cool. Let's go. Dun, see, so not right on it, but that next half beat or that next quarter beat over. No, that one. So, and then hold it. It's got a nice little swing to it. I can even change this note to give it a little more dynamic. So, so. I could even go with this little snap to it, so I think I like with that. So there we'll go dun 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 dun. Yeah, so we'll add another one, a little tight one. Yeah. So we'll actually do that there as well. So so do that same little guy. Oh no, wait, is it here? How do I do it? How come it work there and not there? Hold on. Hello, Yoshi. Yoshi, the like Tetris game back on like, I think maybe they've made other versions of it, but I loved that game. I loved that old school Yoshi game on like either the Nintendo or the Game Boy. I can't even remember, but I remember it had good music too. It was like a fun, you like catch the eggs. It's good stuff. Let me move this back over here. Actually, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Whew. I'm gonna re-trigger this thing again. For whatever reason, it likes to reset. Oh no, oh, cancel. You just go away. There you go. We're getting closer. Maybe here we have the swingy bit happening here, so as a juxtaposition to round it out, maybe this is straight. Closer. Or it could be straight but shorter. So it could even be just empty. Yeah. Yes, I like that better. Chat is very delayed for me for some reason. Oh. I don't know what to do about that. I think there's always going to be like a chat delay, a little bit of one. Yeah, sorry. Stuff I gotta answer. Does it not know I'm already live? Let me see this. Aren't I already live right now? Doesn't this give me some information and stuff? I don't know. No views, I guess. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. Sorry if it's a little delayed. But I see it up here. You can, when you type it in, a little bit later it shows up. I'm gonna keep that muted for now. Dun, 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 dun. Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's nice. For some reason, it always happens in other streams as well. Yeah, I mean, there's always like a little bit of a buffer latency with the stream. I noticed that too when I was testing it on the other laptop, when I was trying to listen to it. It's like 40 seconds behind. So it just is what it is, I think. So I think we got something here. Let's hear it. Yes. Dun, dun, dun. I think it might just be fine there. Yeah. If I wanted to. Dun, dun, dun. And then have them shorter. Get this one back out. Diggin' down. I like that better. Diggin' down, I think. What's going on? Get on there. Get on there. Diggin'. Diggin' down. Diggin' down. Down, down. So there's a dramatic part, so we're going to take that part out. Yeah. You know what? I'm really liking the way this is going. To be honest, it's literally 40 seconds for me as well. Yeah, it is about, yeah. Felt about right. That staccato is less interesting to me there all of a sudden. But that bass is starting to hit, isn't it? You can now I kind of want to change it a little more. Kind of doing the dot dot dot. I want to maybe I match the melody in this section. So bum bum bum. And make that slower. Does it need to be? Dun-na. I'm liking it. You see all the little variants though? It's not just like bum 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 bum. It's mixing it up. Bum 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 dum dum dum. You just give it a little bit of funk, a little bit of movement. Hey Sonic Riders, how you doing? And yes, Yoshi, I am making a song. Yes. This is the one we're making together. I'll have other songs that come out outside of the live stream, but this is the one. We're doing it start to finish on a, hopefully, the goal is to finish it at the 7th stream and upload it so that each one of these that we do together can be like a little 7 stream series and we all learn and have fun and make a song. That's the idea so far. Oh, now we're back to this thing, remember? So this one's different than that one. And I like this one more. I like some of that stuff. Let me just... I hate to keep going on over... Yeah, we're working on it together, Yoshi. So whenever you have something to say, we may introduce that element, So if you have any notes, you wanna see it do something, or you say it'd be cool if it had this, it'd be cool if it had that, maybe we throw that in there. So feel free to opine. Feel free to submit your creative ideas. Involve yourself in the stream if you want to. We'll see. We'll just see what happens. See what happens, baby. Let's go. So now we're back to that little plunky plunk, and I'm actually gonna do the same just for now. I might change this, but let's see. Is this in the same key? No, it's not. It's 2 octaves higher. Oops. Oh, no. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so, and then we're going to make the bass line for that. Emil, oh, I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this. But Emil, your music has been my go-to music on my projects in college way back 3 years ago. Thanks for your tunes. You are most welcome, and that's so awesome to hear that. My music is available for any college projects, for anyone who didn't know that. I actually want to start reaching out to universities and get them the database, wherever they get their music from. And Yoshi's saying, nice, what are you aiming to do in this song? So the original idea, someone had thrown out in the first chat, Kirby. So they wanted to make a song that was related to the Kirby universe. And so my thinking was, okay, we'll be inspired by Kirby songs, and we will bring our Heatley Bros plunkiness to that. And so that's why in this session we've introduced the strings, because after listening to a couple Kirby songs, I realized it's a lot more orchestrated. So we're going to incorporate some of that in this. Yeah. I'm reading your chat. I'm sorry it's so delayed, my good friend. So we'll keep that little arpeggio bouncy strings for now, but I think we will maybe change it later. But now we need to do the bass for this part. Do we want to keep this bass line? I always feel like when I play the same section over and over again, it's monotonous for the listener, which I guess is the price of listening to a music production or production music live stream. You gotta listen to the same spots a few times before you move on. So do we want to make these more staccato? So these are a little bit, they're 1 and 2s, so I kind of like them as like one 16ths instead of 8ths. So if I switch that to this, because these kind of feel too long. Yeah, I kind of want to make the juxtaposition, the difference between the long notes and the dun 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 is just more so. So you have the 16th and you have the 4th. Maybe that's slightly too short, and maybe the 8th is too long. So we're gonna go with like something in between. Maybe those can stay. Let's see what this sounds like. Or the ones closer will stay that length, and then these will go like halfway there. I think that's okay. I'm going to do that again, and if I feel the need to add the little swingy bit that I did. Okay, I found the song I used in my final project before graduating, 8-Bit Think. Very appropriate for the puzzle game we made. Oh, that's so cool. 8-Bit Think, that's a good one. That's a good one. I have a mental note on that one that I had a lead in the second part of it go too quiet. It's funny how, like, when you think of or when I think of my music, I often think about the thing I didn't do, you know, as opposed to what I did do. So there's like this, I think when I distributed it, I fixed it before I put it out to like Spotify and stuff. But if you listen to this, don't not try to ruin the song for you. When you listen to the second when it kind of repeats from the halfway point, the lead note is like kind of buried. Then I tried to like rationalize in my head, like, well, maybe, you know, it's good that it's a little buried, you know, maybe that's okay. But then there's like this other harmony counterpoint piece that's like at the higher volume, so it's like kind of really pokes out. It's just the little things in life, you know. Once you put it out there, you can't get it back. Yoshi says a few things. Yoshi says, the only game I've ever really played from Kirby is Kirby's Adventure. Yeah. As much as I'd like to play other games, yeah. I also found Kirby's Superstar on Nintendo Switch online, but I haven't played it as much. Yeah, I've always been intrigued by Kirby. I mean, if you look at the early Heatley Bro characters, they kind of look like Kirby. And I've always liked his aesthetic a lot. And I liked him in Smash Brothers. I just didn't play too many of those games. Hey, Ezza. Nice to see you out here. Thanks for joining. So that part will need to change for sure. So we might keep this like kind of third section. Dun, dun. So dun, 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 dun. So you know, bring this back. Try that little swing thing we were doing. And this will go right on the 4. This note might not be right because we're going to move into this section. New music, actually, to finish the last 20 pack. So we're at 19 tracks for Heatley Bros 6. And this would be the last one in that grouping, I think. Although I have this other one that I've been sitting on, or an idea for one that I've been sitting on, and it has a visual already. I've actually teased it in a previous community post. It's awesome. The visual is freaking awesome. And the song is almost done, but there was this one section I really wanted to change. I didn't want to upload it, and then my computer died. And then I was like, well, now I have to remake the entire song just to fix that part. But I really want to fix that part. So there's going to maybe be one random song, or maybe this 20 pack is 21. And then, Ezza, I am thinking of doing a proper project. Like, instead of just like random songs all clumped together into 20 groupings, which is a bit, you know, not the best way to do it. Even though the streaming environment, you know, people pick the ones they want and they just put it in the playlist anyway. But I want to make like a project with like a story, cohesive thing. Yeah, I love the soundtrack too. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Yoshi. Anyway, so after maybe I do this one, I want to make it some kind of project, and then have each one have like a story that's paired with it as a music video that I animate. You know, we'll see where we get with all that, but I have some ideas. It may touch on some self-development stuff. It may just be some just raw storyline or just be fun. We'll see it. I've been trying to do world building for the Heatley Bros universe. Well, I haven't been trying to do it. I've been doing it. And it got really dark. It like, it was like, I won't talk about it, but not yet at least. And I don't know, it started getting so creative, but it ended up getting kind of like, well, why are these guys playing these video games? Okay, Yoshi, I'll see you next time. But and it just kind of got me into like what is gaming anyway? What are we doing when we're playing games? What is this all about really? What are we doing? And it just went to a really interesting territory. So we'll see how it all shapes out. But I've been just writing pages and pages of backstory and like how this all came to be. Who are these star guide characters? What are these hero guys? Where do they come from? You know, and I've had some ideas, but I just started really going in depth into like how it all came to be. And I like it a lot, you know? Even though a lot of my stuff is like happy and uplifting, I feel like also I need to express, you know, the dark side. You know, you gotta some kind of blend of the two. You gotta bring it together. I think that'll make it interesting, and we'll see how it goes. You know, I don't want to talk too much about it until we're there, but yeah, because it might change a whole bunch. You know, we'll see how it goes. See ya. Let's do the bass line for this part. Da, da, da. Whoop. Yeah, I think I might do that. Wait, I need to watch this live stream again to know what I was thinking. Let's avoid this note just for a second, because I need to get to where we need to go, and that note is that note. It's the E minor. Yeah. Yeah. So that's like the basic skeletal bit of it, because similar to the other section, but we will change it up a little bit. Super Horror Bros used your song as an outro for his videos. That's how I find you. Super Horror Bros. Well, isn't that interesting? We were talking about the darkness, and this guy's talking about the horror. Yeah. We'll see how the final song goes. That's it. Super Horror Bros. I'll have to check those guys out. Send me the link in the comment. I'll to their channel or something, and I'll have a look at that. I want to see who's used it. A lot of people have used this music over the years. It's been cool how many different major YouTubers have found it at some point. I saw one, the Jacksepticeye. Is that his name? He used one once. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Some people use it as like theme songs. I'm close with the Level Up. A lot of you guys are probably from Team Level Up and hear my music from over there. Team Level Up. I'm going to learn how to do that animation, by the way. That's coming. I'm going to learn how to do that. I want the Healy Bros to live in that kind of world too. So let's clean this up. First, we'll just give everything the same size note, the same velocity, quantize it. Oh, I know that sound. I know that's this thing screwing up. Looks like whenever it hits like the 21-minute mark or something. All right, here we go. Oh gosh, this second. All right, we're having fun. Let's clean that up. Whoop, 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 whoop. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. That works. Listen. Dun, dun. That's very video gamey. Ready? Yeah, it is. I love those little windy bits when you can get them. As it says, animation is easy if you have a style of your drawing. Overall, it's cool for the animation. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, everything takes time, you know. But if you got some creativity and some artistic drive, you know, you can pretty much do anything. You know, even though, yeah, I'm starting from music, but yeah, I want to move into animation. I got ideas for visuals. I got ideas for stories, so I can't always rely on other people to do that. And not because there's not wonderfully talented people that can do it. I just know, you know, people are busy. They're trying to do their own thing, you know. And that's something I've learned. I've worked with very talented artists, but they got their own aspirations. You know, they're not trying to live your dream. You know, you got to live your dream. So, to the degree you can, try to do it yourself. But some people say, like, lean into your strengths and forget your weaknesses. But if you have aspirations to grow into in those areas, and they don't feel it, like there's a difference between a weakness and a part of you that's you just haven't developed yet. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like I could get better at drawing if I watch a bunch of how-tos. I have an idea of what I want to do. I'm not that very good at drawing yet, but you know, you learn the theory around shading, you learn the theory about shadows, and I guess that's the same thing, but you know what I'm saying? You learn the theory, and then you find something similar to it, you kind of mirror that, and then touch it up the way you want to, you know? So I feel like everything's possible. Like, actually, speaking of dark and horror, I was reading these these horror stories, and I wrote one. I wrote a short horror story, or scary. I don't know, scary horror. What's the difference? Horror is just like worse, like even more scary. Someone answer that question for me. What's the difference between scary and horror? But the point is, I actually kind of want to post that short story in the description of a video, maybe in Halloween. I'll post a song and a scene that relate to the short story I wrote. I had the hair on my arms raised for the short story. It was so much fun. I'd never done any writing before ever. I just wanted to write something for whatever freaking reason. I never write. And it just kind of came out of me. I had this flash of an idea, and I was like, oh my gosh. And it just kind of wrote itself. And it was just like, at the end of it, it was like 30 minutes, 45 minutes max. And it felt so good to just explore a new creative process. I had something I'd never done before, and it was like scary stories. I always stay away from scary stuff, I guess, you know. I'm not trying to watch all the scary movies, you know. I don't want to like be restless in my sleep or like be thinking about some dark stuff. I was about to cuss there, but you know, but then this idea came up and I wrote it out, and it gave me goosebumps when I finished it, and I was like, that was so much fun, you know. So doing new things and especially in the creative stuff, like creative writing. Just give it a try. Like if you've ever been interested in like, I wonder if I could ever write something. Just write something, see what happens. I want to do it more, and I'm definitely going to share that story with you guys. I'm going to draw up a scene. That's coming. That we'll note that. But Halloween next year or this year, you're dang right. That's what I'm going to do for Halloween. It's going to be that story, and I'm going to set the scene. I might even make it like I'm gonna try to get scary, just for fun, You gotta have balance. There's light and dark, especially in the creative side of your brain. But this is definitely happy and not scary. Oh. Okay, this part is very stale. Not stale, but it's just stiff, there's nothing like we see all the little different things we did here. We didn't do any of that here yet. Dun 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 dun. I think it should have a little bit more energy, so a little bit more of that stuttering if we're gonna continue with that. Dun 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 dun. See, instead of ending with this, we'll start with it. Dun. What do I want to do there? Okay, we'll extend it. Just to see what it feels like. Hi King Akil, Alley Games, YouTube. Thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate it. And Legithro said, scary stories are told around a campfire. Don't quote me on that, though. Well, the best ones are, most assuredly. Huh. This part should, right there with that little space. Dun, 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 dun. There should be something in the background that like does a little twinkle. That's what I think what should happen. Start introducing more stuff. Whoop. That just felt like something that should happen there, right? Oh, I forgot I had the swing on it. That's a nice little frill. We're gonna add more of those as we go along, because we don't just want a one, but I do like it there. Ready? Oh, that could even be how the harmony comes in. So if I switch that there, they overlap. What if I pull that to there? Do they overlap now? Not yet. Don't do that. I think this should be underneath. Yeah, that works for me. As it says, short story you mentioned is a storyboard or something. It is just, I just went on my notes on my phone and just started going. I was just like, I had this idea for a short story, And it was all based on. Well, I was looking at like how do you write a scary story, and it showed it was like a bunch of different ideas where or there was like top 10 or top 7 like things about short stories. Like you can Google it yourself, but one of them was foreshadowing. And the idea of foreshadowing, which I had really never even thought of. I hadn't read that much fiction. I was always about self-development and be like, I don't need fiction. What's the point of fiction? I want to try to learn and get better. Of course, what a naive thing to think. But I only recently started to get deeper into fiction, like starting to read like Kurt Vonnegut, and like Stephen King, and a few others. But wow, what a naive thing to say, that there's nothing to learn from fiction. There's so much to learn from fiction. They can present a whole bunch of theoreticals where your ideas are challenged, you know. So hey Yoshi, you know. So anyway, the point was I was talking about foreshadowing, and that's a good thing in scary stuff. And the nature of my short story was with a strong focus on foreshadowing. So I start something off with something you finish with, and that was like the most obvious. I was like, well, that's a really obvious use of foreshadowing. What story could I utilize that would have that in it? And I was like, oh, that. And it came from my own experience, my own life. There's this thing that had happened in my life, and I was like, oh, that'd be a perfect scary story. And I just wrote itself. So I will share that. I'm gonna have to wait on that one. I don't have any reason to upload a scary song right now, but Halloween, kind of far away. Maybe I should write another one for that. I don't know. I do want to share that with you guys, though. I want you guys to read this story. It's not like the greatest thing in the world. I've never written before, so it's just like, I'm sure it's kind of amateur, but I did have some foreshadowing in it, and I was very proud of that. So I will share that at some point. This became about foreshadowing, this live stream. Hello, yeah, you're back. And as I said, he used your song in his older Let's Play video. Oh, okay, got it. Hey, this guy is so famous. Oh, me? You know, I don't think so. But I've decided that I'm okay if it ever happens. Something tells me one of these songs will get used in something, you know, and we'll move up the ladder just one more peg, you know, and that'll just be the way that goes over a long period of time. And I accept that. I'm okay with that. However it happens. If it happens at all. If it never happens. That's fine. I don't care. I think it will, just because I'm going to do it more. So I'm just kind of gearing up for like the idea that one day, you know, someone's going to recognize you in the street and you're going to be like, oh, okay, it's this part. Ah, appreciate you, King. Thank you. How's the song going? I think it's going pretty good. We kind of got distracted and started talking and hanging out instead of scoring. But let's jump back into it for a little bit longer. Wow, this stream ended up being long and not entirely focused on the music. Started getting into that short story thing. You know, in a way, we're writing a short story with a song. Yeah, I like the 8-bit sounds too as a... and I'm going to get more plugins. I'll get back into it. I don't want to take it even further than I've ever taken it. I want to get like hardware chiptune. I want to get the best chiptune sounds the world has to offer. And if I have to rig a Game Boy to a damn electrical unit, I'm going to do it. By George. So we're going to do the same. We'll leave the long ones. Do that. We're probably going to change some of these up again, but not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. not that, not that. And then the rest will be this, like that halfway point thing that we did earlier. And then the staccato ones will be very short. So let's listen to that. What music software do I use? Well, you're looking at it. This is Logic Pro. Logic Pro 10. That's it. I used to use Wave plugins and Silent Synth and the massive complete pack of stuff, and a couple other things, but I lost all that and I haven't gotten any new synths since. So I've just been working with everything stock since, well, just this 8-bit play was the first song made on this new rig. Hold on, I need to fix that a little bit, but dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Give that little bendy note, that, I don't know what you call it, but it's like out of scale, and it gives you that turn moment in the phrase. So I like it. Dun, 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 dun. They do it a lot in Pokemon. I think I like what the bass is doing, but I think the melody here is a little disjointed. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Just finish there, and I think we'll just kill that. That sounds a lot like a Pokemon song. I might be getting a little too close for comfort. Whatever, we're gonna roll with it. What else did you realize? I just realized you're on the Mac. Yep. Legithero, theoretically, if a major game developer asked you to write the music for an upcoming game, would I take the offer? Of course. Yeah, why not? In fact, I had a great placement with the indie guy group that made Retro Bowl, a game you can see on the App Store. It was at one point ranked #1 overall, which was crazy, and now it's a game on the Switch, which is insane. And I've been in talks with him behind the scenes, and might be working on his music for his new game. So look out for that. Should be pretty cool. If not that one, some other game. Another, or I think he's contemplating a couple different game types. But I will reach out to him soon and pick it back up on that, because we were strategizing what kind of music it needed. But I've collaborated with game developers before. Nothing as big as the Retro Bowl one, and his production team they made a wonderful game, and I'm super pumped to be a part of that, and hopefully I'll work with him on a new project, so keep you up to date for that. And so I definitely take an offer. That said, when I do these types of things, I do make it very clear up front that I'll make whatever, but I'll keep the rights to my songs. Yeah, Retro Bowl. Yep. That's if you play that, that's 8-Bit Joy. And he's provided an in-game link to my video in that game, which was pretty cool. Very cool of him to do that. Which is now the proof of concept for everyone has to do that now. That's the rule. You got to credit. And that's the rule with all using the music, by the way, in general. I feel like that's free is good, but to not devalue music, there has to be some exchange of value. And it's great that other people can hear it, but if there isn't any way for that to be beneficial to me in the shape of something, I think the way it works is if people want to go check out that music independently, they need to be able to link to that. You need to provide a link somewhere in the game or in the description if it's a certain type of gaming platform, or if it's a video or anything, some kind of attribution where it says music provided here. Go click on it if you want to check that out. That's the floor. That's like where the handshake, I think, is fair and provides opportunity for the creator to make good content on a budget, but also recognition of the content that's been included in that video. I think that's just where I sit principally, and I think that's a fair trade. Include a respectable credit. Don't just like type the name. Provide a link so that someone can click and they go. So that instead of having to go to a search bar, that's too much, and you're not going to get nearly as much traffic from that. But that's my philosophy. Not everyone agrees with me in the music industry, and well, they can make their own music and make their own rules. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Yeah, do it. Yes, foreshadowing is something I learned the other day with that short story. I think this live stream is going to be called foreshadowing. And the live stream always gets titled based on what we talk about a lot. That's the new rule. So I need to reset this audio one last time, but we actually made, even though we talked a lot this time, the last live stream was about omitting needless words. And all I did this time was talk. I'm a work in progress, work in progress. But I think I'm going to wrap it up for now. But let's see if we can get to the end of this bass line. Wish I could bend notes in this. No, it should go on the one there. Or before it. There. Maybe it does work there. It's weird. Sometimes you have a gut reaction one way and then it goes right back. Maybe that's it. Dun, 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 dun. So there. That is cool. Okay. So even though we had a nice conversation. Yeah, as I think so too. I think that was pretty good progress. What we did was we decided that this is a Kirby song and Kirby often uses strings. We haven't detailed this at all. We just have the kind of arpeggio going up and down as a fifth along the chords that are happening. We will add detail to that at some later stage, maybe in the next one. And there's definitely going to be some changes here because we did that bass bend, that dun, 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 dun. And we didn't incorporate that into the strings there. There's more of this twinkly stuff that can happen at random points, We haven't added a harmony, or we need to bring this harmony back, maybe. Maybe this harmony is okay now. Needs to be lower. And I was saying I brought it down. Still not super happy with that harmony. We're gonna still pause on that. But now that we have this section, so now I think we're gonna do what we did in 8-bit play, which was you're gonna go back and forth between two sections, this and this, but they're gonna have different melodies and different instrumental goings-ons. It's gonna be fundamentally the same. And maybe we can bring this back, this guy. Still, that thing definitely needs work. That was just like a one-time riff, I think. But I don't mind playing in that space if I bring this back. Watch. Whoop. See? Now it's starting to make more sense. Does it go straight in, or do we still want that breather? I am liking it again. I'm liking it again. We may give ourselves a little bit of a breather. We'll leave this here. This is the section we're going to work on next. And then we'll see where it goes. But I was liking... That could be the second, the new lead, you know, the new lead for this. I think I can see it working now, because I changed the bass since the last time I looked at it. And I have that other string instrument there. We don't have any elongated areas of like longer notes, so I think there needs to be some moment of that. It could happen in this section, or we could just kind of add it when we repeat the second time. We'll see. So I'm shooting for 7 sessions, so we made some progress, but there is a lot to do. But I think once you get this song to a certain point, you'll see that things start to speed up, because the things that need to be changed are, there's a more natural options once you kind of establish the foundation, which it seems like we have. How come I can't hear it? Uh-oh. Oh, I turned it off. Oh my gosh. Dang it. I hate it when that happens. But just to let you hear it. Yes. So that needs to be cleaned up, of course, but I like it as the second return to this section. It's going to use the same kind of instrumentation, except the lead's going to be different. And we did that in 8-bit play, and it worked out really well. We're going to do it again here. All right. That is it. That's it. Whoa, my hair's going crazy. Let's wrap it up. So, without further ado, save that. Flip this button. Yes. Okay. And that's session number 4. Thank you guys so much for having fun with me. I had a lot of fun with you guys. It was nice meeting you guys. And thanks for opining on the session and, joining me on this journey that we are taking together. Appreciate your time. Yeah. As always, until next time. Get some ambience as we fade out. I'll get better, I promise. Thanks again. And this has been really fun. We're going to do more of these. We're going to keep going. It might be a tight squeeze to get the whole thing done by the 7th session. That's the goal, though. Maybe just be a very long 7th session. A whole marathon, and then we're uploading. So we'll see. We'll see. You guys have a great time. Great day tomorrow, and I'll see you in the next one.